Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. Today, I am going to tell you 3 paranormal stories. If you're a fan of true crime mystery stories, then please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for all notifications. Okay, let's get into today's story. In 1978, a group of anthropology students traveled there to document local folklore. They were particularly intrigued by tales of the Watchers, invisible figures said to guard the castle's inner sanctum. On the first night, the group set up camp in the Grand Hall. At midnight, they heard chanting from deep within the castle. One student, Sarah, decided to explore. She found a hidden staircase behind a tapestry, leading to a subterranean chamber. The chamber was filled with strange artifacts. Old relics, candles, and symbols drawn in what looked like dried blood. In the center was a stone altar, and around it, handprints stained into the walls. Before anyone could react, the door slammed shut behind them. Panic set in. Attempts to break through the walls failed. The air grew cold. One by one, the students reported hearing whispers calling their names. Sarah's voice trembled into the recorder. "We shouldn't have come here. It's not a haunting, it's a warning." When rescuers finally forced their way in the next morning, the chamber was empty. No students, no artifacts, just the stone altar, now cracked as if it had been split by some immense force. The only clue was Sarah's recorder, found on the ground, playing back the last moments of their descent into terror. The castle was sealed afterward, forbidden to the public. But locals say that on moonless nights, you can still hear the chanting, and sometimes a faint cry for help, as if the students are still trapped somewhere beyond the walls. In 1923, the Tower Bridge Inn, a sprawling castle-like manor-turned-lodging house, was infamous for its eerie reputation. Travelers whispered about strange whispers, flickering lights, and shadows that moved on their own. But business boomed, especially among thrill-seekers seeking haunted experiences. One stormy October night, 5 guests checked in. Among them were a young couple on their honeymoon, a seasoned ghost hunter named Roland Price, and an amateur historian fascinated by the castle's lore. Just after midnight, the power went out. Guests reported hearing footsteps on the grand staircase, even though everyone was accounted for. Roland set up his recording devices, determined to capture evidence of paranormal activity. At 3:14 a.m., Roland's recorder picked up a voice whispering, "You shouldn't be here." The sound was unmistakably human, yet it seemed to come from everywhere and nowhere. When the lights flickered back on, the couple had vanished. Their room was empty, beds untouched, luggage unopened. Inn staff rushed to help, but then the historian disappeared as well. All that remained were strange claw-like marks etched deep into the wooden floors, pointing toward the forbidden tower wing, a section of the castle condemned after a fire decades earlier. Roland was found the next morning in the castle courtyard, shaking and incoherent, muttering about figures emerging from the walls. He was unable to explain what happened, only that it felt as if the castle itself had reached into the past and claimed its guests. No trace of the missing disappeared ever surfaced. Locals believe the castle feeds on those who come seeking thrills, trapping them in its labyrinth of endless hallways and crumbling secrets. The Blackthorn estate stood isolated on the moors, its towering stone walls like sentinels against the wind. In 1898, the Earl of Blackthorn invited guests for what was supposed to be a grand weekend retreat. Among the visitors were a wealthy industrialist, a celebrated opera singer, and a young investigative journalist named Clara Reeves. Within hours of arrival, locals reported screams echoing through the estate corridors. The next morning, the industrialist was found dead in his room, eyes wide open, a look of pure terror etched on his face. The singer vanished without a trace, her satin gown discarded in the courtyard. Only Clara remained, claiming she heard footsteps pacing outside her door all night. Detectives arrived to investigate and discovered cryptic symbols carved into the walls of the guest rooms. Each symbol corresponded to a secret in the Blackthorn family history: scandals, betrayals, hidden debts. When the lead detective questioned Lord Blackthorn, he grew visibly agitated, insisting the estate was cursed. Then came the second night. A blood-curdling scream awakened the household. This time Clara was missing. Her notebook, filled with observations about the estate's dark past, lay open on a desk. On the final page, she had scrawled, "They watch from every shadow." Search parties scoured the castle and grounds for days. No sign of Clara or the opera singer was ever found. In the years that followed, caretakers sent to tend the estate left abruptly, refusing to speak of what they saw. Some claimed to see figures at the windows after midnight. Locals now avoid Blackthorn Estate altogether, convinced that something inside waits, watching the next guest who dares to stay.